Let's take a look at this video real fast. What does it say real quick? What did you put here? How Ubisoft killed an entire genre. Oh, that's interesting. An entire genre?
Splinter Cell Conviction.
Splinter Cell. Oh, yes.
The original collector's edition too. I love this game. I love it, Sammy. 16-year-old me was addicted to this, and the
Cope mode.
that was my life, Yazalame. But also, as I realized today, it was the beginning of the end. Splinter Cell Conviction killed Ubisoft, and it killed an entire genre. This is my master's thesis. I've done the research, and I'm ready to present my findings. Take a look at the following gameplay. Watch carefully.
Oh! Take this, bitch! Son of a bitch is trying to get creative. You picked the wrong gun. It's right there. Come on, punk. Show me what you got.
Now compare that to this. Did you notice something? Was I being stealthy? Stealth means remaining undetected. The two big elements, noise and shadows. You don't want to be heard and you don't want to be seen. Therefore, stealth is always slow. It has to be. And slow is boring. And boring breaks flow. And breaking flow kills games. Stealth only works if it's either the only option, uniquely rewarding, or the alternatives are insanely punishing. And game design nowadays is all about giving players options. Play how you want. You don't like stealth? No problem. Take the action route. Got detected while clearing an outpost? A game over screen is very frustrating, and if it leads to the players putting the controller down, your game is dead. So we allow you to fight. The flow has been saved. I even like that approach somewhat. I like freedom. And later in this video, I will show you two games that masterfully mixed action with stealth like no other. But that requires specific game design choices. So back to the gameplay. What was the difference between those two? Sure, one game looks...
Well, one of them... Well, you got detected multiple times in one of them. They didn't shoot you on the spot. They just kind of alerted. They'd be like, hey, over there, blah, 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 you know?
Better, but what else? Obviously, Conviction is much faster, and I could have played it much slower, but why didn't I? Could I play Chaos Theory like that? Let's try.
Bishop, watch your arm. Bank robbery after all.
Nope. There are four major aspects that...
Yeah, because, like, one of them is kind of more action-y. Ubi's AI is something else. Yeah, they just kind of stood there, just kind of like, hey, look over there. He's over there. They kind of didn't do anything. They didn't shoot. They didn't shoot him. Like, you expect in a, like, in a stealth action game, right, that they'll shoot you immediately. It must have been the win.
Of stealth. The reasons why I could play Conviction like this. Number one, regenerative health. Think of it like this. If I know that no matter what risk I take, as long as I survive, things will keep going. I just have to kill everyone or run past them. Getting shot doesn't really matter. Getting detected doesn't matter. Just survive. It kills the idea of the carefully planned approach.
Yep.
In Chaos Theory, you can take a risk once. If that means you're close to death, your health remains there until you find a first aid kit. Your health bar is your emergency fail-safe. It allows for margin of error. You can take one bullet, maybe two, that's it. But if you can essentially take an endless amount, why be careful? Number two, seeing through walls and marking enemies. Oh my god, a massive pet peeve of mine that's become a staple in almost all stealth games nowadays.
Star Wars Outlaw stealth done right? Okay,
why do I have to
everybody.
walk down this hallway carefully? I don't know what's behind that door. If I can do this, what's the point? You do realize that if you know where all enemies are located, then all you're doing is avoiding certain spots. But there's no more mystery of not knowing what's behind the next corner. That potential danger forces you to act carefully. It's gone. Number three, slow enemy detection / reaction time. This is self-evident and it's absolutely huge. Compare these two. Do you see how I don't actually have to crouch at all? Fast detection leads to fast death, leads to game over, leads to frustration. So let's be more forgiving. And before anyone says,
just increase the difficulty.
No, if your stealth systems only work on the highest difficulty, it's not a stealth game. And the last one, number four, viable alternatives. Very important. Why go slow if I can come fast? Yeah, but you can always sneak around if you enjoy it so much. By that logic, GTA is a stealth game. What matters is what behavior does the game punish or incentivize. And if the stealthy option slows a game's speed and progression to a crawl without huge rewards, the punishment is the player's time. So just cause stealth is an option doesn't mean it's viable. Why move through a game at a snail's pace if I could fight my way through it and that way actually also have a much more engaging and intense experience? In Chaos Theory, you need to first equip your firearm. You move very slowly with it, and if you shoot more than twice in a row, your aim becomes completely erratic. On top of that, and yes, this isn't the most slick or innovative feature, some missions have a game over screen should you trigger the alarm too many times.
Serious, Sam. Too many alarms and you'll have the whole Panamanian army after you.
That's basically a hard stop to any sort of action approach, alright?
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how it is. It's like if you fail like one specific thing, usually it's an auto fail most of the time. For some of these things. Maybe they can probably see in the dark? Question mark? Maybe? I don't know. Shit, fuck, I don't know. Fucking idea, to be honest. I don't know. It's like I have been noticing that like Ubisoft's like stealth games, quotation marks, stealth games are kind of shit in my personal opinion. Well, especially the AI. The AI is like brain dead or non-existent. So yeah.
Right, now we have our ingredients, let's add them together. I know where all the enemies are, they take too long to see me, and even if they do, I can still instantly take them out by pressing a button. No need to act slowly or carefully. And if a risk I take goes wrong, just hide and regenerate your health. Plus, I got tons of gadgets and guns to help me out. This formula has been the backbone of Ubisoft stealth games ever since Splinter Cell Conviction, and it has spread like a plague to all their other franchises. Ever wondered why Ubisoft games all play the same way? This is part of that. Far Cry 3, I love that game. I know many of you do too. This isn't about whether or not it's fun, okay? Please, but look at the stealth gameplay. I mark my enemies, and I bet you know that 99% of the time you fail to clear an outpost is because you got spotted by the one enemy you forgot to mark. Why? Because you're not actually being stealthy. You're running around, just avoiding the ones you have marked. Look at the enemy detection. Laughable. Crouching is pointless. Shit! This has been the approach for all Far Cry games ever since. Assassin's Creed, arguably Ubisoft's most important and biggest franchise. I know it's commonly seen as a stealth game, but the first Assassin's Creed to even get a crouch button was Unity. Before then, it was all hiding in bushes or in crowds. But let's move a bit closer to our times. In 2017, Assassin's Creed got rebooted. I loved Origins. The issues remain.
Hey, did I heard that correctly? Hold up.
In bushes or in crowds. But let's move a bit closer to our times. In 2017, Assassin's Creed got rebooted. I loved Origins.
Is Origins really that good, chat? Was that like really like a good Assassin's Creed Shadows in the modern day age? Can you guys confirm it? It was meh. Origins is good in my opinion. We're gonna have to try it one of these days if it goes on sale again. I know it went on sale for like what, $5 or something, or $6 or something like that. It was okay-ish. Yeah, if it goes on sale again, we could try it out one of these days on stream to see if it's true.
Exactly the same. It even groups enemies together, basically telling you what it wants. Just fight. Don't bother with the stealth. Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's being hailed as some great return to the stealth roots. Explain this then.
Off my toes. Set my boot up. Skin us. Hey.
Yeah. That's usually a typical that's usually a typical Ubisoft game right there, you know?
Just doesn't work. Next time you play stealth game, ask yourself, is the stealth just in your head to immerse yourself? Shadows, noise, are they truly relevant here? Ghost Recon, once an incredibly punishing franchise. The first one after Conviction was Future Soldier.
Ready, on your shot.
Mark and Execute, invisibility, it doesn't get clearer than that. Wildlands.
I heard that future what is it? Future Warriors or whatever it's called. I heard that one was a pretty fun game is what I've heard.
Game I truly love.
Esos güeyes ya se pelaron. Aquí no hay nada. Seguimos busque y busque y nomás un pinche ruido.
The exact same problem. I haven't played Star Wars Outlaws, but from everything I've seen, it follows the same formula. Of course it does. So, stealth is dead, and Splinter Cell Conviction killed it. And the saddest thing is that this goes far beyond just Ubisoft games. Please don't get triggered. This isn't about whether or not these are good games or not. Again, I love Conviction, but Ghost of Tsushima or the Horizon games, they are following the path that Ubisoft pioneered. And I say
Ghost
pioneered
Recon?
for a
Oh,
reason.
that's what it's
The
called,
industry
okay.
didn't randomly move in a direction that all players hated. We welcomed this with open arms. This is what worked. This is what sold. Stealth is dead because players don't want it anymore. It kills me, but it's true. One of the most disgusting examples.
Yeah, it's true. When was the last time I saw that a lot of gamers got super excited for like some kind of stealth game, you know? Since when?
Oh god, is Spider-Man. No hate. It even tells you if your stealth kill would be seen by an enemy or not.
我去确认一下。
What's the point? We have added so many training wheels that even looking around to see if the enemy you are targeting is isolated has become obsolete.
When was Dishonored came out though? Like how long was that?
And the craziest thing is, these might not even be bad game design choices. They might be exactly what that game needs. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of viability of stealth only. But I don't want to end on a negative note. There are beacons of hope. Two modern games in particular that released after Splinter Cell Conviction already left its mark on the industry. That still implemented masterful stealth mechanics while not compromising on the options that players have gotten used to. First, Metal Gear Solid 5. Let's take a look. Regenerative health? Check. Marking enemies? Check. Huge arsenal of guns and gadgets? Check. It's somewhat balanced out by making enemy detection very quick and very strong. But that alone wouldn't have saved it. The reason why stealth in MGS5 remains absolutely viable and a necessity is a stroke of genius that is as simple as it is effective. The removal of manual saves and a checkpoint system that forces you to redo everything when you die. Amazing! Metal Gear Solid 5 forces you to live with the consequences of your actions. If you do get detected, fine. We don't want to break your flow, but we'll also be throwing everything at you. And if you die, you do it all again. And that potential...
It's very interesting. Like I never played the Metal Gear one, but I heard it was pretty well received too as well for I guess like a stealth game itself, right?
penalty makes a huge difference. It makes you plan your moves very carefully. And just to be clear, a bad checkpoint system is horrible, but Metal Gear Solid makes it work because you have so many options. You died. Try a new approach. It's genius. The other game is The Last of Us 2. Masterful stealth. The checkpoints are generous though, so how does it achieve that? You can see enemies through walls, although not as much as in other games, but still. Enemy detection and reaction is somewhere down the middle, 3.6 Röntgen.
Not great, not terrible.
Your health doesn't regenerate, which is a fantastic added risk factor, and viable alternatives exist, but you are pretty limited in resources, even on medium. The magic ingredient here is AI. No other game I've ever played has implemented relocating as well as The Last of Us 2. Enemies have a realistic understanding of where they think you are.
Yeah. Metal Gear 5 is great. That story though, I still have no clue what I played. But you can always replay the missions with the different loadout. Oh, okay, I see.
It's so smooth that it blurs the line between genres. One moment you're fighting that...
Me personally, I like The Last of Us 1 compared to The Last of Us 2, you know?
Next moment you're hiding, you go back and forth all the time. It punishes failure, but it allows the player to basically reload without a loading screen, therefore not breaking flow. I know both of these games aren't pure stealth games, it's action stealth combined, and I doubt that we'll be getting a AAA pure stealth game anytime soon. I think it's over. So that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my TED Talk.
That's very interesting to kind of listen and hear about the whole situation. It's because it's just Ubisoft's AI is just bad. It's just really, honestly, it's just really, really, really bad, dude. Like, it's just... I don't know. Like, that is just the only thing. It's just that freaking... The AI for freaking any stealth game from them It's just terrible overall. It just means they're lazy. It just means they're lazy and they just don't want to, like, they just don't want to refine it. They don't want to make it better. And he has a point. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Because it's the same, because they've been using the same formula over and over and over again with this. So yeah, just kind of like just listening to it, it's just kind of like, you know what? You're kind of not wrong, actually, you know? But there's actually more other factors as well besides the stealth part anyways. But anyways, yeah. That was a pretty interesting video. That's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. And yeah, there's not really much I can say, you know, because it's kind of like, well, it's Ubisoft. What the fuck do you expect? You know, what do you want me to expect? What do you want me to say? You know, we all know, we all can agree here. Me, my Twitch chat, my YouTube chat, we can all definitely agree that fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows, well, not Assassin's Creed Shadow, but Assassin's Creed in general, is just kind of like, you know, the stealth, at least the stealth part for like most of the Assassin's Creed Shadow, at least the new ones anyways, have just not been that great. Plus also, that might be the reason why we'll never get a Splinter Cell game. But apparently they're working on a Splinter Cell game, but who knows if that even is going to come out. But yeah, anyways, like I said, it's all Ubisoft's fault for being lazy. And that's the end of the video. And peace.